saving a bunch of money, exclusive events, new hotels, and securing your spot in Epic Universe. Today, we're outsmarting Universal Orlando, and we're going to make sure that you do the same in 2025. Hey everybody, it's AJ for Disney Food Blog. So Universal Orlando has been getting a lot of buzz lately thanks to its new Epic Universe park that's getting ready to open on May 22nd, 2025. And because of all that buzz, you might be gearing up for a longer Universal vacay this year. That's why we want to make sure you know the hacks and tricks to help you navigate the Universal Orlando scene. Whether you're visiting for the first time or you're a returning guest who wants to make sure you are 2 steps ahead of the parks at all times. Number 1, how to save money on tickets, dining, and new hotel stays. The best way I know to start off this outsmarting video is to make sure you never, ever pay full price for your upcoming Universal Orlando visits. Ever. Did I say ever? Ever. Over on Universal Orlando's Deals and Specials webpage, you can find lots of 2025 savings opportunities already. Currently, some of them include a $1,000 dining card for select hotel and ticket packages, 2 free park days with a 2-park 2-day purchase, 30% off future 4+ night stays at the brand new Prime Value hotels, Stella Nova and Terra Luna. Stella Nova, by the way, is set to open January 21st. Terra Luna is coming along on March 25th. You can save up to $450 on a 4-night stay at Portofino Bay Hotel, and there's a ton of other discount opportunities that could save you hundreds of bucks when all is said and done. Sound too good to be true? Well, before you get too excited about any particular savings opportunity, just be aware that savings come and go, so you'll want to check back on the Deals and Specials webpage frequently to see what's still applicable for your upcoming trip. And also, always read the fine print. While some of these discounts might really be discounts for you if you were already planning on staying 4+ nights around the Universal scene, they could also trap you into actually spending more money than you were planning to spend in the first place. Think of it like buying something at the mall. You go up to the register to purchase like a $30 blanket or something, but you can actually get a free tote bag if you spend $50 or more. What a steal! So then you venture back into the shopping trenches to pick out something from one of the aisles that you weren't even planning on getting in the first place, just so you spend enough for the free thing, which really means in the end, you're going to be spending $20 more than you originally were going to spend. However, if your total already came to $50 while you were at the register the first time, then that free bag is actually going to end up saving you money, since it's just a nice little perk thrown in the mix to say thanks for shopping with us. So you got to think about it logically. Was I going to spend that much in the first place? Were these savings actually going to apply to me, or did I have to kind of take it a step further to actually get these savings? You know how marketing works. Okay, here's how to purchase Epic Universe tickets or when to purchase them. So you want to go to Epic Universe. Me too. We're about to be introduced to realms of magical beasts and shooting star coasters and warp pipes and burning windmills and dragon racers. It is going to be awesome. But how can you buy tickets for this brand new third gate? Let me give you the lowdown. Per the release of this video, the general public does not yet have access to single-day tickets to Epic Universe. So if you want to visit this new theme park, you currently have to purchase a multi-day ticket or a vacation package first. This probably won't always be the case, and we're going to let you know when the status of that changes. But if you were planning on visiting all of Universal Orlando's theme parks during your next vacation anyways, then this revelation might not be that big a deal to you. But if you were just wanting to go to Epic Universe and Epic Universe only, then you might want to hold off on buying tickets for the time being to avoid paying more than you need to. Now, there is one way to purchase single-day Epic Universe tickets right now, and that's by being a Universal Orlando annual pass holder. But just to clarify, this does mean that for the time being, an annual pass will not be enough to get you into Epic Universe right now. You will have to pay extra to access this park anytime you want to visit. So why would being a Universal Orlando annual pass holder still be beneficial for you in 2025? Because APs might be getting an even better perk coming soon. According to a Universal teaser, pass holders may have the chance to visit Epic Universe before anyone else thanks to early preview access. So that means seeing the park, or at least sections of the park, before May 22nd, 2025, its official opening day. Again, we'll let you know once we've got more details regarding annual pass holder previews and single pass ticket sales, but for now, if you want to learn even more about Epic Universe up to its grand debut, we're talking learning about the rides, the restaurants, the shows, the gift shops, you name it, go ahead and scan the QR code you see on the screen now, or head on over to disneyfoodblog.com/epic after this to pick up our 100% free Epic Universe Ultimate Guide. Now, I love this tip to OUTSMART Universal Orlando. Here's how to get free parking. Parking at Universal can be a doozy with the parking garages, the security checkpoints, and the long walk that eventually leads you up to either Islands of Adventure or Universal Studios Florida like 45 minutes later. You're also going to have to pay $30 per day to park in the Universal garages. Or are you? More than likely the answer is yes, sorry to say, but here are the 3 ways that you can bypass the parking garage fees altogether. 1, parking is free at the Universal garages if you decide to visit after 6 p.m. Unless it's Halloween Horror Nights season, then this rule doesn't apply. This isn't really a super huge hack if you're planning on being at the parks all day long, but if you were just wanting to pop in to eat at one of the City Walk restaurants and do a bit of evening shopping, then just make sure your dinner reservations don't happen before 6. Otherwise, you will have to pay that full parking price. Second, parking between 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. is free if you pre-purchase tickets for a movie matinee at Universal Cinemark. To get this benefit, you will need to buy 2 or more tickets to the movie and still pay for parking when you enter the garage. Then, when you head to the movie theater box office, show your parking receipt and the theater box crew member will reimburse you for that standard parking price. And 3, become a preferred or premier pass holder. Much like Disney, Universal's annual passes come in tiers, and some pass holders are lucky enough to get free parking. The higher the tier, the more benefits you receive when it comes to Universal. For Power Pass holders, you'll still receive 50% off of parking for each visit, and preferred and premier pass holders get to park for free. Okay, question. How is parking going to work over at Epic Universe since it's further away from the main Universal Orlando hub? That's right. Epic Universe is going to be far enough away that you're going to have to either take your car over there or take a bus over there. It's not the same situation that we've had at Universal forever where parks are just walkable to one another. Well, let's just take a look at some Epic Universe aerial shots real quick from BioReconstruct to see what we might be dealing with here. Unlike the parking garage situation for City Walk and the currently standing Universal theme parks, it seems Epic Universe is going to have a flat lot. And while this is a spacious lot, it doesn't seem to be as big as theme park lots we've seen at Magic Kingdom and Epcot. So there might be the possibility that guests will still have to venture out to the Universal parking garages for overflow parking and take a shuttle from there. But that's just speculation. What I'm really trying to get at here is plan for that Epic Universe travel and parking time, because even if you're staying at a hotel that's near City Walk and the other Universal parks, Epic Universe is often its own expansive area about 15 to 20 minutes away. Now, how to cut down on the Epic Universe travel time completely? Well, there's always plan B for getting to Epic Universe. Just literally sleep inside the park. Along with the opening of Stella Nova and Terra Luna, which will indeed be super close to Epic Universe theme park, Universal's also going to be opening a brand new premier hotel called the Helios Grand. This hotel will have most of the same perks as the other Universal hotels, including complimentary transportation, early entry into the theme parks on certain days. But what makes Helios really stand out is its direct park entrance that'll take you straight into the celestial park of Epic Universe. Warning though, Helios will be missing one major premier hotel perk upon opening on May 22nd, and that's the Unlimited Express Pass. Over at the other Signature Collection hotels, Universal's Unlimited Express Pass, which allows you to repeatedly skip over the main ride lines for most of Universal's rides, is included for everyone on the hotel reservation. But at the moment, that's not going to be the same case for Helios. So if you're still looking for that Express Pass perk, you may want to stay at a hotel like Loews Portofino Bay, Royal Pacific, or Hard Rock Hotel instead. You might identify as a witch or wizard, or you might identify as a muggle, but no matter where you feel like you fall on the magical spectrum, witches and muggles alike can easily become victims to the Wizarding World money traps. You step foot in Hogsmeade at Islands of Adventure, Diagon Alley in Universal Studios, or even the soon-to-be Ministry of Magic at Epic Universe, and suddenly you black out and come to later on with less money in your wallet and more wizard merch in your possession.
Hey, Bria the scriptwriter here. I am very familiar with this phenomenon. Thanks to my past Universal visits, I am now the semi-proud owner of not just one, but 2 wizard robes, as well as 3 wands, a pair of Harry Potter glasses, a Time Turner necklace, and a pygmy puff that I named Jinxie, who keeps me company in my office. I have a problem.
Hey, Bria and I obviously get you. You get immersed in the land and suddenly you want to dress the role too. But if you want to save money on wizarding merch and have it all pre-purchased before your trip so you can wear it proudly around the parks once you're there, don't forget that you can always buy the non-official park stuff for a lot cheaper from places like Amazon. If you buy an authentic theme park robe, you're looking at spending $80 to $100 or more. But I just searched for wizard robes on Amazon and the results I'm finding are about $26 to $40 instead. Sure, these robes might not be as high quality as the ones you'll find in the parks, but if you're only planning on wearing them around the parks and you don't feel like you're ever going to use those robes again past that, then a $26 robe is going to do you just fine.
Or you can be like me, and you can pull out your Universal Wizard robes anytime you need a Halloween costume on the fly. I've got many uses out of those things.
Now, another place you can look for a more affordable wizarding wardrobe, dfbstore.com. My favorite quote from the Harry Potter series has always been when the Weasley twins show Harry Potter the Marauders map and tell him how to activate it with that simple phrase, "I solemnly swear that I am up to no good." So we got a style up on our site inspired by that. Not only that, but you can customize the color of your shirt to represent your Hogwarts house. Bria's would be blue. Mine would, of course, be... probably green. And what would yours be? Okay, Soda Goblin AJ will do whatever it takes to make sure she can max out her soda consumption. Whatever it takes. And here's how you use theme park rapid refill mugs outside the parks. If I had to choose to pay for just one Universal souvenir, I'm not going to be purchasing Harry Potter merch, though I will admit those plushies of Hagrid are really fun. No, instead, I'm going to be paying for a refillable Universal Coke Freestyle Cup. With the purchase of a Universal Coke Freestyle Cup, you're going to get free unlimited sodas and icy refills where applicable all day long inside the parks. And if you want to reactivate your Universal Freestyle Cup again for future visits, you just have to pay around $12 to regain your unlimited refill perk. Did I mention ices? But here's a bonus tidbit of information for y'all. There's one place where these Freestyle Cups also work outside of the parks too. See that Coca-Cola refresh kiosk in the center of City Walk? Go ahead and use the Freestyle stations here to fill up your cup one last time before you head on out for the day. In 2025, Mardi Gras International Flavors of Carnival is returning to Universal Studios Florida on February 1st to March 30th. This event is so cool. We love it. From its exclusive Cajun-inspired food booths to its live entertainment, exclusive souvenirs, and its very, very good family-friendly Mardi Gras parade. During this fest, Universal hosts a parade each evening with colorful floats and decorative dancers, over-the-top stilt walkers, and lots of beads that you never know what to do with once you get home with them. But you're going to collect them regardless because it's Mardi Gras. But the thing that really makes this parade special, you can be in it. You've got one of two roles that you can take part in for the Mardi Gras parade. You can either be a bead catcher or a bead thrower. If you want to be a bead thrower, you'll secure yourself a spot on one of the Mardi Gras floats to be a part of the show. But how do you become a bead thrower? You might be asking. In previous years, the best way to help you get a spot on a Mardi Gras float was to reserve the Mardi Gras float ride and dine experience, or to use the online reservation system for annual pass holders. But for regular day guests, a first-come, first-served virtual line system via the Universal Orlando app has also opened up about 2 hours before the parade start time, which we assume will be similar this year too, but you'll want to double check on that before you go, just in case. As for my bead catchers out there, if you're wanting to secure your spot for the best bead catching locations, the Universal website recommends staking out a spot around the Hollywood section, since you'll be able to see the floats twice when the parade starts and when it wraps back around for its big finale. The New York area can also be a good place to station yourself, since this area tends to be less crowded and gives you more room to do some major bead catching. Ooh, I love this next tip. This is how to experience the horrors minus the jump scares. Okay, I'm not a big jump scare person, like at all. Please don't do that to me. Thank you. But I do appreciate the art of a well-designed haunted house, especially when it comes to the ones that Universal Studios Florida creates for their big after-hours Halloween Horror Nights event each season. So how can I, Scared AJ, experience these haunted houses minus the jump scares? by choosing the Behind the Scenes tour instead. Each year, Universal has a Behind the Screams Unmasking the Horror tour, where you can purchase a lights-on, daytime VIP tour through 3 to 6 haunted houses of your choosing, minus the scare actors. These tours started around $100, but unlike many of Disney's Behind the Scenes tours, you do not need a valid theme park ticket if you just want to pay for this tour, but you don't necessarily want to experience the rest of the park. It's a great tip. I love this one. Ooh, another great one. How to get butterbeer without the long wait. Okay, butterbeer, the glorious, sweet-tasting staple beverage of the wizarding world, served hot, cold, or icy. But alas, it seems those butterbeer kiosks are conjuring quite the crowds during your visit, and you need your butterbeer fix now. How do you get past this predicament? Don't worry, you're watching the right video. You don't have to whip out any forbidden spells to get the job done. Just head over to the Hopping Pot at Diagon Alley or the Hogshead Pub in the back of the Three Broomsticks at Hogsmeade for much shorter lines and a much quicker butterbeer hookup than those classic butterbeer kiosks outside are going to provide. That's right, you just gotta know where to go. Now, how do you get a high score on VillainCon Minion Blast? The last time Bria and I went to Universal Studios Florida together, we rode the new VillainCon Minion Blast experience, which isn't really a ride, but more of a conveyor belt where you can blast a lot of stuff on the walls and rack up scores that don't leave you once you step off the attraction, since all your data can be saved in your Universal app. Now, when we first went on this thing, there were 3 things we both had in common. 1, the blaster was way bigger than we were expecting it to be. 2, all the stuff you can blast once you're on that conveyor belt is overstimulating and you don't really know what you need to aim at. And 3, we got off going, I think we had fun. We had fun, right? But now the time has passed and we've been able to better familiarize ourselves with the ways of VillainCon. We got some tips for you so you'll not only score more points than we did, but also hopefully have a less overwhelming initial experience with the whole thing. Trick number 1, know how to actually use the blaster to the best of its ability. Each of these blasters actually has 2 triggers, which was news to both of us, probably because we didn't pay enough attention the first time around since we were too busy fawning over that gator eyeballing us. The rear trigger is the one you're going to use most because it never runs out of ammo, so you can just rapid fire to your heart's content. But the front trigger is going to launch your more powerful specialty ammo to help you score more points. The problem with that is that you'll only have a limited supply of specialty ammo, so you'll need to use it wisely. Trick number 2, aim for the highest scoring stuff. See those collectible items outlined in gold? They may be smaller than the main targets, but they're going to be worth the most points, so aim for them. Aim for them a lot. Trick number 3, unlock new features. When you first hop on VillainCon, you might be at a disadvantage compared to other guests who've been on it a couple of times before. And that's because your Universal app doesn't just save your VillainCon scores. It also upgrades your abilities for future ride-throughs. So the next time you go on VillainCon, you might have unlocked more powerful specialty ammo to really give you the upper hand. But remember, you'll only get those abilities if you save your data to your Universal app. Once you get your blaster, open your Universal app, go to the VillainCon page, select the Sync Blaster option, and you've got all your data ready to be saved. Okay, how to avoid waiting in the longest lines. Since we're already talking about the Universal app, let me talk about one of my favorite parts about this nifty download. If there's a ride you want to check out, but the line is just way too long for you to even consider jumping in the queue right now, you can ask the Universal app to alert you once the wait times drop down to a specific number. I wish Disney would do this with their app. Just tap on the wait times button on the home menu, select the ride you want to keep an eye on, and scroll down until you see the wait time alert option. You'll have to enable notifications for the app before this feature will work for you, but once you do that, you can set a wait time number that you would be willing to wait for and ask the app to alert you once the ride reaches that wait time in real life. Once the ride time actually drops down to that number, the app will ping you through your push notifications so you don't have to constantly be checking your phone and keeping tabs on the wait times.
Hey AJ, fun fact, did you know that Dollywood has the same feature on their free app as well? I used it during my last visit and it was super useful for keeping track of the Big Bear Mountain Coaster wait times. Looks like Disney could really benefit from an app update like this too, don't you think?
Stop flaunting your Dollywood trip around me. I want to go and I want to eat cinnamon bread too. Hopefully Bria and I will get to Dollywood this year. Everybody cross your fingers. Okay, I've got 2 important missions for all you first-time Universal Orlando guests and for all you seasoned pros out there too. First-time uni guests, make sure to add your lingering park questions down in the comments so that Bria and I know what to talk about in future Universal videos. Meanwhile, for all you seasoned pros, please keep adding to our hacks and tricks for today's video by dropping your own in the comments and helping out your fellow trip planners. And don't forget to pick up our free Ultimate Guide to Epic Universe to get yourself even more excited for this up-and-coming park over at disneyfoodblog.com/epic. Thanks for listening, everyone, and thanks for watching. I hope these tips were helpful. I love talking about them. As always, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog, and we'll see you real soon.